As soon as I learned about the laws of the universe and like attracts like, and what you give, you receive, I really started to play with it. And first I started small, and then it got bigger the more that I realised that, wow, this shit actually fucking works. So ultimately, because of that, I've been able to create the life that you see me live now. And it's not just that, it's also the space. I have a lot of space here. What I'm talking about is energetic space, time space, space to rest, space to relax, space to be, space to listen. And it's also allowed me to create such yumminess in my life. And I'm sitting here in gratitude for my landlord right now, and I have such an amazing landlord, and I've had such amazing landlords since I've been in Bali. I'm so fortunate and so blessed and so grateful, because many people don't. And I just live such a blessed, fortunate life surrounded by so many amazing people. And the reason for this is because I am receiving what I've been giving over the last 8 years. And when we first start to go through this process and this journey and start to realign our lives energetically to a way that is yummy the majority of the time. We live in a 3D dualistic world, so it's not going to be yummy all the time. There are going to be that we face, which is very normal. But the aim, however, is to move to a space where, 95-98% of the time we're really having a great time, and feeling great and all of that jazz. And when we first start this journey, we must remember that we've been living unconsciously for a certain amount of time, most of the time decades, right? And when we live unconsciously, and what do I mean by unconsciously? I mean when we're not really being aware of our thinking, and we're not aware that our thoughts create things, and the story that we tell, and the thoughts that we think, and the things that we say, and the energy that we're putting out is actually creating our reality. So if we're experiencing a whirlwind of shit, it's because of us. It's because we've created that internally, because our internal reflects to our external, right? So when we don't know this, because we're not taught, it's human nature to veer towards the negative and to focus on the negatives. And it really requires a lot of mental fitness for us to shift things, and to also maintain and stay on top of this. And I go into this deeper and a lot more, so much more, within my platform, The Wealth Frequency Shift. All of the links are below this video. You can check it out. I'm here to guide you back to the power and the trust within yourself, so you create absolutely everything in your life that you ever desired by simply shifting your frequency and changing your water. So everything's below. Now, when we first start this journey, it's been decades and judgments and projections and negative stories and worrying and fear and scarcity and all of that stuff, because that's the natural human way, is to go towards the negatives, and we've been programmed that way, right? So what we get to remember is that, and we get to remember that this is a marathon, it's not a race. It's day by day, it's step by step, love and compassion only towards growth. And we also get to remember that those years of thoughts and energy, it's all added up, yeah? It's in our quantum, yeah? And the quantum is filled with shit. So that quantum follows us around for a little while, until we put more energy in it and clear the negative energy that's been around. So this is what we get to remember on the journey of creating our dreams. And I show you that because I speak from experience. I'm not just fucking sitting here like just talking from a book. I'm talking from lived experience here. Been on this journey for 8 years. I started in a flat on social housing. So social housing in London is basically discount on the rent. I must have got about like 50% discount or something because my income was so low and I was living paycheck to paycheck and all of that jazz, right? So I really started from my rock bottom. I was in 32 grand's worth of debt and it was a shit show. I was at my rock bottom in all the ways, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually and financially. Didn't even know it at the time. I only started my journey because I needed to shift my finances. I got to a point of desperation. However, the reason I'm telling you this is because I come from lived experience, yeah? There's a reason I'm on here chirping the way that I'm chirping is because this shit works, right? So for a while, it takes some recalibration and some really like focused, conscious intention towards what it is that we desire to create. And through this focused intention, we really get to create such a beautiful life. They've made us believe that we're insignificant. They've made us believe that we're just little dots floating on a rock and that we have no power. And it's absolute bullshit for so very many different reasons. And as you start playing with these laws of the universe, and as you start to shift your internal reality, you really do start to see how very fucking powerful you are in the creation of everything it is that you desire in your life. And it really starts with your mind. It starts with your mind, and your mind connects to your body and how you feel. You must really bring both mind and body together and work with this. When you do that, you're such a powerful beacon and magnet for everything it is that you desire. And you're already doing it. You're already doing it, just most likely unconsciously. You're thinking the negative thoughts, you're focusing on the shit, you're focusing on the fear, on the scarcity, on, I haven't got this, I can't afford this, I'm not good enough for this. So then what are you doing? You're creating more of that. So you're already powerfully creating, you're just creating in a way that's not serving you. So my encouragement off of the back of this video is to start to consciously create your life. Because when you become very conscious and very intentional, and when you show up for yourself in the ways that are needed and required for what it is that you want out of life and the person it is that you are required to become, then things really start to become beautiful and they start to shift for you. So yeah, there's my 2 cents on a Sunday, baby. Just remember how powerful you are, yeah? I come on here and I share what I share through the array of different videos that I share. Whether it be on here or within my paid membership, I come on here because I care so deeply about you and your happiness and your family's happiness. And why do I care so deeply about you? Because we all want the same thing, right? You want to be happy, you want to be loved, you want to be safe, you want to be secure, you want to feel validated, you want to feel purposeful, accepted, appreciated, all of that jazz. And on top of that, you want to have amazing relationships with your family and also with your community. And I want that for myself too. And through us doing this together and through us sharing this magic with everyone else, what we get to do together is we get to create a better future for our children. And that's what it's about, right? I first started this journey solely for selfish reasons. For me, I wanted freedom. I wanted to retire my mum. I wanted to extend the freedom life that I created to my children, which is what I'm currently doing. I haven't got children yet, but they're part of the vision, and I continue to expand to create the life it is that I envision for them. And it started very, very selfishly in that sense. And then I realized, wait, hang on, it's not as fun doing it on my own. Let's do this with everyone who wants to come with me. So I share the magic through everything that I've learned through these platforms, and also through the platform that I've created if you want to go deeper into my world. Because what's the point in doing it on our own? It's, you know, and there's enough for everyone in this world. And if I can thrive, you can thrive. And then through that, we're making an even bigger impact on the world. And this is ultimately how the people are rising, right? We've been shadowed with this agenda that people are starting to really see what's going on most recently. We've been shadowed with this agenda and this systemic way of being for so long. It's sucked our souls. It's taken our health away. It's taken our happiness away. And now we're like, nah, no more, mate. No more. I see through this bullshit, and this is not what I desire for myself and my children. So now we're standing up in love, in unity. There's no fighting with bombs anymore. There's no fighting with fists. No, we use our word and we come from our heart and we stand strong in our position. And if people are not on the vibe, we love them from a distance, and we respect and appreciate where they're at by respecting and appreciating where we're at and holding our boundaries, whether that be physically or energetically or both. That's the flex that we're on, and we're all supporting one another. We've realised that the powers that be, corporations, big pharma, media, tech, they don't care about us. We're realising this. We've realised this, we're realising this, and we're coming together as people in unity, in community, because we're remembering when they divide us, they conquer us. And this is why they only seek to divide us and manipulate us and control us and turn us against each other. This is not the way. No. So we come together and we support each other. We support each other's healing, we support each other's growth, and ultimately it supports the healing of the land, the sacred lands, the sacred waters, the sacred union. This is what's happening right now. This. And you are in full control of your experience, and you are in full power of creating shifts. They've wanted us to believe that we're not in power. But we are. We hold all the power, and we don't need to pillage anyone or steal from anyone or step on anyone. No, we can support one another and we can lift one another up. And you're invited to join us on the journey and on the mission. And like I said, my links are all below. You can check everything out there. And if you've got any questions, just message me directly on any of my socials. So yeah, that's all I have for you today, darling. I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me know if you've got any questions or if you want to say anything beneath this video. I welcome engagement. I love connecting with you, and yeah, I love you.